Hey, Grandma.
Not the only.
Welcome to the Frazier Show, everyone. Yes. Catch my wave, catch a drip. What you mad for? I'm the man with the vision. If you can't ride my way, then keep your weaknesses. At the end of the day, I'ma still do me. No matter what you think, how you feeling, honey bee. Now sit back, relax, and calm down. Could you be some magic on the time? The Frazier Show is on now. You just said it. The Frazier Show. All right. The Frazier Show now. Musician, the Frazier Show. That sounds good. Yeah, good. Oh my God! The show needs to start. Thank you. It's like don't put that last part in there. It's over. We still recording.
Guys, welcome to the Frazier Show. So, I guess I'm talking about my life today, huh? Well, let's dive right into it. One of the categories was childhood nicknames. So, I have about a couple. Sorry, I had to fix my glasses. One, they called me Cakes. Lil Debbie was the thing. Always was on a date with Lil Debbie. She stayed with the Cakes. So they called me Cakes. They call me Fat Fat. Not because I'm like thick now, you know. Thick. But because I had a big head and a small body. So they call me Fat Head or Fat Fat. And then my name Big K, but you can call me Lil K. So let me tell you how this came about. So like, we were in this van, me and my friends, like we all started rapping, like they cut the beat on. And I was like, my name Big K, but you could call me Lil K. And after that, everybody just started calling me Big K, aka Little K. So it's another nickname. What other nicknames did I get? K Music, KMUZIX is my production name. So anytime I put something out, that's what's under. But yeah, let's talk about my life. Boom. So, let's wait for these ratchets to stop talking. So, I was born in Wilmington, Delaware. Yeah, always been in Delaware. Lived on every side except Southbridge or River. But I lived out Claymont. I done lived down Newcastle. I done lived over east. I live over west, Hilltops. I went to a lot of schools. I think there's a period in my life for like 6 years we were moving every year. I don't know why, what was going on. But yeah, I went to Warner Elementary. I went to Bayer Elementary, and I went to Bancroft Elementary, and I went to Harlan Elementary, and I went to Claymont Elementary. And then middle school, I went to Gauger Cobbs. Then I went to Skyline. And then I went to Bayard. Yeah, and I know you guys are probably thinking, like, I'm bad. But guess what? It wasn't because of me. Like, I only remember getting in trouble at elementary school at Warner. Like, I had to eat lunch and do recess with the principal every day. What? Just me and her. But that wasn't because I was bad, guys. You know, I'm a good child. The jokes. But yeah, I wasn't a bad. Education was really important to me. It still is. I feel like education gives you the keys to a lot of things that you want to do. But I know the question I always ask is, how does this pertain to what I want to do? And everybody always comes back, well, you got to do this to pass. And if you don't pass, you don't do what you want to do. So, yeah, I went to a lot of schools. I was involved in I always had a heart for the community. So, like, when I was younger, I was on a dance team. Don't know what it was called. And then when I got older, like middle school, I was on the marching band in Bayer Middle School. Became the drum major, and I was on the drum line, and I played the trombone. So I was like, middle school, I was the bomb. Like, I was on the select choir at church, and I was on choir in school. I also played the standing bass in orchestra. Drumline, I played the quads. But I used to be called chicken tender because I used to play this one big drum, and it's called a tenor, but not like the tenor is like several drums, but like the tenor, like one drum. So like it was this beat we used to play, bring it, used to like do 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 do. It was my turn to play, and I'd be like ha ha, like I was all up in that drum. They called me chicken tender for a little bit. Let me see. I was a drum major too, so bossy little Kenny running around telling people to play their horn and not to play their horn and just doing a lot. So I was just involved in the arts. Like I was one of the core members of the arts program. So yeah, that was middle school. Yeah. And my grades weren't all that great to be doing all this stuff. Like I was a C average student. But I do remember one experience when I was like, I need to bring my grades up. Because our drumline instructor, he would like walk around to all the classrooms after school, because drumline practice was after school. And he was like, well, what's this person's grade in this class? And they'd be like, C. He'd be like, we don't do C's. Everybody drop down and give me 60. Come on, say what? What is 60 what? 60 push-ups. Yeah, I had to do them 60. And then for talking back, I had to do 120. So after that, I decided I need to pull my grades up because he does that like once a month and I'm not doing no push-ups again. So, and I've been a big boy. Don't play with me, but 120 push-ups? Middle school, Kenny? Didn't exercise? No. What's the joke? So that like kind of made me get my grades up in a sense to like a B average student. But then I was like, wow, Kenny, if you can get your grades up from like a C to a B, why don't you just shoot for A's? So then I just shot for all A's. I didn't make it. I think I had 6 A's and 1 C. It was a C in technology, and I'm good at technology. I just didn't like the building the robots, the program the robots, the watch the robots crash, the stupid stuff. Like, it wasn't stupid, but it was like, all right, let's put a light on the robot and see how far it goes. Like, can we do something else? Can we blow the robot up? Can we launch it on fire? Can we do different things with the robot than just put a light on it and see how far it goes? Oh my gosh, magical. But yeah, middle school. Let me tell y'all a story. I actually so it was like 2 days before graduation, like middle school graduation, and I got kicked out of the arts program. Because there was this food fight. You know, it was just like little small things I was doing throughout the year. Like I would walk out of class and I would get smart to a teacher. So that stuff started like adding up. So yeah, there was this food fight in the cafeteria like 2 days before graduation. It was huge. So like how it started, somebody threw an orange at me. And you know me, I got a big voice. I was just like, hold up. Yeah, who threw the orange? Basically, in that voice I just said. And then I threw my whole tray, like, milk open. I was hungry afterwards, but because it was the chicken tender day. So my milk, I had strawberry milk and I had applesauce. So my whole tray, like, it just said, smacked somebody, and it got real. Like, food was everywhere. So from that, they didn't make me clean it up. They sent me home. And then I couldn't perform for my last performance for drumline or choir or orchestra or marching band. I couldn't do nothing for my last performance. So that taught me a huge lesson. It was just like, pick a side. Like, Kenny, you can't be excelling all these things, other people looking at you in this way, and then you be doing the exact opposite in the lunchroom. Like, you need to, high school, I don't know about y'all, but high school was horrible for me, at least. Like, my best year was in the 9th and 12th. Everything in between, throw it away. Just throw it away. So 9th grade, I chose this like private Christian school because I went to their summer camp, so I thought it was gonna be like lit, like it's about to be lit, like I'm going to a summer camp school. Boy, I got there, it was far from summer camp. And I think that was different about the school is they don't just care about your academics, but they care about who you are as a person. And that's something I didn't grasp. I was just like, well, if I have straight A's and B's, why do y'all care if I do this or that? Because we want to grow you and shape you. Oh my gosh. At the time, that's how I felt. But looking back, I think it was beneficial for them to focus on my core values as well. I did remember this one story, one time that happened, I was just like pissed. and I threw, because we had this like huge coat rack, like huge, and everybody put their coats on there from the school. So I remember one day she's like, "You can go home," and I was like, "Solid." So, and we were on the 3rd floor, so like I took the coat rack and threw it down all the steps, and everybody's coats was all over the stairway. It was a huge mess, like. And then she was like, "Really?" She said, "Come sit down, you're not going home." I said, she said, "If I send you home, it's not teaching nothing. Let me teach you something. Get down here and pick up these coats in this coat rack, and then meet me in my office so we can go through some of this paperwork and throw it away." I said, "Are you forcing me to do labor?" And it taught me something, because if I wanted to go home, my mom was at work. I don't have a dad. He's dead. Not dead, but he's dead to my life. So if I were to go home, everybody be at school, mom be at work, and I would just chill on my phone, play the Xbox, that type of thing. And sorry for your PS4 players, but yeah. So she taught me something, and I'm grateful. But then next year she got married and she moved away, so that wasn't my principal anymore. And my 12th grade year was litty titty. What happened? Entering 12th grade year, I was student government president, and also was like the voice of the school. Like when I talk, they listen. Not saying that's cocky, but we just had a lot of stuff to say. But I talk too much. That's my problem. Hence why this video was like that long. So yeah, 12th grade year was lit. 3 of my classes were online. Well, 2 of my classes were online. And I was meeting my teacher like once a week. So I had like anatomy online, which is hard. I would never ever take anatomy again. No. Just like let me explain it to you. So regular science, this is a hand. It has motion. Regular science. Anatomy. This is a hand made up of this and this and this and this and this. 5 bones here, blah, 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 breakdown of the bones. And this is why I cannot do it. I know that anatomy was a study of the body, but baby, I am bad at memorization. So when it came to those tests, there was no note cards, and I flopped every single test. But my homework was amazing, and my classwork was popping. But them tests just got to me, just like that. So, yep. And then I had pre-calculus, which wasn't hard. Actually aced it. But pre-calculus, I don't know. I've always been I'm a music person, and I'm an arts person, so that means I have a math brain. Rather than if I'm like the other type. Well, I think I'm both, because I enjoy poetry. I also enjoy history. So I think I have both brains, but majority math. So I always enjoy math. Like when people used to be like, "I don't get this," I'm like, how don't you get it? Like, it's simple. If Susie had 5 milks and she gave 2 to Michael, how many milks does Susie have? 4, 3. Count.
We need some milk.
It's always been that type of mindset. And I kind of see people are really struggle with stuff. So in class, I would just chill. But in my head, I was just like, if Susie had 5 milks, that's how it was in my head. But he used to get it wrong. So I used to just sit back and relax. But I don't know. Yeah. If Susie. So that was my high school. And it was a breeze. My online classes ended early. So I didn't have to start coming to school till 1. And I had a regular English and a history class. History was all online. And we had it was cool. And then English was boy, I hated English, just because I hated writing, I hated understanding the breakdown of things, some anatomy. So my hardest thing was sentence diagramming. I hated sentence diagramming with a passion, and the teacher knew I hated it, so he assigned 2 paragraphs a week for sentence diagramming. And I was just fight me now, square up, let me take my glasses off. So, and then graduation, was love. Like granted, it was only like 2 seniors because I went to like a small school, but we got to plan our whole graduation. We got rings. I still got my I don't know what it's called. I think this is the tassel, but the thing, what is it called, guys? So I'm just calling it a scarf. Scarf, and it says like Kenneth Frazier, class of 2018. Sorry for all these people that's trying to graduate in 2020. I don't know how you're gonna do it with this coronavirus going on. It might be virtual, but congrats. But yeah, I still got all my stuff. I didn't know we weren't supposed to keep it, so we kept it, and nothing happened. It just was like, hey, you have that, and I was like, yeah. They're like, all right, we order new ones. It's all right, but you weren't supposed to take those. So it's like, all right, it don't matter. But yeah, graduation was lit. Like, as soon as I walked in.
Got him! Got him!
Hey, Grandma.
Not the only.
Welcome to the Frazier Show, everyone. Yes. Catch my wave, catch a drift. What you mad for? I'm the man with the vision. If you can't ride my way, then keep your beat. Cause at the end of the day, I'ma still do me. No matter what you think, you feeling honeybee. Now sit back, relax, and calm down. Could you be some magic on the time? The Frazier Show is on now. You just said it. The Frazier Show. All right. The Frazier Show now. Musician, the Frazier Show. That sounds good. Yeah, good. Oh my God, the show needs to start. Thank you. It's like don't put that last part in there. It's over. We can still record it.